We all have our differences when it comes to opinions of Graham Potter and desires for what we want to see happen with the West Ham manager's job. I think it's fair to say Graham Potter won't be sacked anytime soon by West Ham. That's not a fact. There's no in-the-know information here or anything like that. It's just my opinion. However, I think it's a fair assumption on my part. Unless there's a sneaky clause we do not know about, which would allow West Ham to dismiss Potter at the end of the season for little to no compensation. But we don't know about it, and I think we would know about it. Everything else gets leaked at West Ham, so why would that not get leaked as well? So I'm assuming there is no clause, and if there was one, then there's a possibility he would be dismissed. But I feel quite confident that even if he was to lose the remaining 5 games this season, he will still be here for the first game next season. So, with all that said and done, and putting my thoughts of Graham Potter to one side for the next 10-15 minutes, I thought let's discuss what Potter needs to do to turn things round at West Ham. Now, for a lot of people watching, they're saying there's nothing he can do, he can't change my mind. I understand. But for me, he can change my mind, he can turn things round. Plus, I thought it'd be a bit of fun and a little bit of positivity because I've been accused of being too negative recently. Do you know what? Maybe I have been, but I'm not apologising for it. It's just my honest thoughts, and I'm not going to lie. Don't feel really positive about Graham Potter or West Ham right now. But for today's video, let's have a chat. Now, for the idiot at the back, not you, the one behind you, the idiot, this doesn't mean I think Potter will turn things around. It's hypothetical. Let's discuss it. I've got 5 reasons. Reason number 1, admit the rebuild. Last week in the press conference, Potter suggested a big rebuild isn't required. Now, he might just be playing it down. I think that's the wrong thing to do. I understand that if he was to come out and say, oh yeah, big changes are needed, we're going to have to spend lots of money in the transfer window, a lot of players are leaving, a lot of players coming in, some noses might get put out of joint at West Ham. Good. We're 17th in the league. You would only sort of play the neutral card or be diplomatic if you are protecting something. If we were sitting 7th in the league, of course, keep your mouth shut, back the boys, let them feel good, give them confidence going into the next game that you, as a manager, support every single member of your squad. Do that. We're not protecting anything here. Quite the opposite. I think what you are protecting is this poor season. You're almost saying they're good players, this is okay at West Ham. It's not. I would love Potter to admit there's a big rebuild for the summer transfer window ahead, because what I'm lacking at the minute is hope. I'm lacking hope for next season. Well, I'll tell you what the hope I've got. I've got hope that we'll avoid relegation, but I want more than that. I want hope we can have a good season. But between now and then, I want hope that we're going to see big changes in the summer at West Ham, some good signings made, and also quite a lot of the players leaving as well. If Potter was to admit big changes are needed, that would give me that hope. I'd say, brilliant. He's on board. He realises changes are needed. Let's go. But when he's doing the opposite, which is playing it down, it's actually making me more worried, making me more nervous, thinking, hang on a minute, what are you suggesting that most of these players are going to be here next season? The players responsible for the bad 18 months at West Ham are going to be here. What you've shown so far is you can't work with this group of players. And that's okay. There's a lot of people suggest that once Potter gets his own players, things will be better. Let's go along with that idea. I don't subscribe to it. I made that clear. But let's go along with it. If that's the case, big changes are needed. So whatever way you want to slice it and dice it, I think there is a big rebuild required. And if Potter admitted it and said it out loud, that would give me a little bit of reassurance. It's almost like a little cuddle from Graham Potter. Number 2, use Füllkrug. Now, I don't just mean as number 9. Do that. Füllkrug, I think, has given Potter not a pass, but a lot of people have backed off a bit. I am one of them. And a lot of other people have said the same thing in comment sections on these videos over the last 24 or 48 hours. What Füllkrug said in his interview, which was half the team ain't doing what they're supposed to, everybody's taking it different ways. Some are thinking he's calling out Graham Potter, some are thinking he's calling out his teammates. Because of my view on that interview, I took it as he's calling out his teammates and he's actually defending Graham Potter. And the reason I'm going along with that, 1, Füllkrug's got history with Dortmund, with Bremen, with Germany. He calls people out. And it's not just teammates. He calls out managers. He calls out tactics. That guy has no filter. He will call out anyone. He does not mind upsetting his employers at clubs. Now, you might think that's a bad idea. But my point is, his whole career so far, he's been very honest, no filter. I struggle to accept that suddenly at West Ham, he's come in here and he backs off from being completely honest and calling everyone out. I think he was calling out the teammates and that was it. What he has given, I think, he's given Potter a bit of an opportunity because Potter's going to get asked about this. Make no mistake about it. Pre-match press conference, a journalist is going to be ready to say, what do you make of Fulkrug's interview? Potter has an opportunity to say, I agree. He has an opportunity to use Fulkrug's words to call out some of the players in the team. He doesn't have to name individuals. I don't want him to. I think that's a bad idea. But collectively saying, as a team, they weren't doing what they were supposed to. As a team, it's not good enough. As a team, this is unacceptable at West Ham. I think Fulkrug's almost given him a bit of an open goal here. And I think, go on, Potter, tap it in, put it into the back of the net. Almost use Fulkrug as a human shield. He's willing to do it. He's just done it. He's on Sky Sports, swearing, saying what he thinks. Don't hide behind Fulkrug, but use him as your battering ram on the pitch and off it. The last thing I want to hear, I will be very disappointed if two things happen. One, Potter says he disagrees with Fulkrug. That to me would suggest you're okay with what you've just seen. And number two, do not drop Fulkrug. I'll be worried that the lineup comes out against Brighton and Fulkrug's not there and he's been dropped because I'm going to assume it's like a punishment for his outburst. That's what I don't want to see. I want to see the opposite. I want to see big changes against Brighton. If that lineup comes out and Ward-Prowse has dropped, Kudus has dropped, whatever. I'm not saying those are the ones Fulkrug's referring to, but whoever he's referring to, and if Potter agrees with him, drop them. Take them out of the team. Send a message to the rest of the team and send a message, most importantly, to the fans, which is that is unacceptable and I ain't standing for it. I speak of hope. That would give me hope that Potter has got a bit of a firm hand to some extent. He's a bit of a cuddler at the minute. Mr. Everything's nice, wishy-washy. Sometimes you need a bit of Roy Keane in there, which says, no, this is not good enough for this football club. Buck up your ideas or you're done. Fulkrug's giving Potter an opportunity here. Reason number three. Thing three he can do to turn things around at West Ham. Use Surfshark. Download Surfshark to his phone using the Hammers Chat discount, using our special offer, and he will be able to change the location of his phone so he can watch match highlights in other countries. So if he can't access match highlights that's on YouTube for other leagues around the world, he can go on his phone, change the location to that country, go on YouTube and watch the highlights of the player he wants to scout on YouTube because his phone thinks he's in that country. So we're to flip it round. Let's just say someone is in Brazil. They want to watch someone in the Premier League, but they can't. They're not allowed to watch the Premier League highlights on YouTube. He gets Surfshark. He changes the location on his phone to England. He can then watch the Sky Sports highlights on his phone on YouTube and scout players in England. Happy days. Plus, Graham Potter can use our offer. If he goes to surfshark.com/Hammers Chat, he will get 4 months free as well. VPN gives him a bit of protection. Leeds United might be promoted today. Now, Bielsa might not be there, but they've been known for spying on training. They've been a little bit naughty. They might be a Premier League club next year. VPN, an extra layer of protection on Potter's phone. So if they're up to any Bielsa antics, it's going to be a bit more difficult. He's got protection. Plus, if he doesn't like it, he can get a full refund within 30 days. I've even put a link for Graham Potter in the description below, so it's simple for them to find. Right, the real reason. I've got 5 legit reasons, right? I'm not going to lie, I thought that was a good promo. Real reason number 3, implement his identity. This is something I've been pulling Potter up on, and I don't regret it. I stand by it. Potter keeps speaking about... Edson Alvarez used the word layers. He wants to add layers. A nice word to use. I get it. A good representation of what you're trying to do. But Potter keeps speaking about the relationship with the home fans, the trust with the home fans, the team's identity, the messaging. Well, I still think he's guilty of almost talking about it starts next season. And for some people, it does. There'll be a lot of people thinking, yeah, hang on a minute, Gio. I'm waiting until August before... Good. Don't change. Do what you want. Everyone, do what you want. But for some people, including I, it started the day he took the job. And I'm not impressed so far. And we keep talking about what he wants to do. He keeps talking about what he wants to do and how he wants to play at West Ham and how we've got to get better at attacking. Well, can we try and do it now? And it might be that you don't have the players. Not all fans are stupid, right? There are some idiots. Of course there are. I'm an idiot. Occasionally. All right, most of the time, I'm an idiot. But we're not all stupid, right? When you watched Areola when he first went to Bournemouth and they went 8 games without a win, you could see what he was trying to do. I would argue you can sort of see what Ruben Amorim's trying to do. Although, man, you're terrible at the moment. I can see what he's trying to do, and I can say Eriksen ain't good enough to be a central midfielder in his system. Right? I can see they need big changes. But with Potter so far, I can't even see what he's trying to do. If I could look at it and think, all right, okay, if we had that mobile number 8 in the team, we'd get better by playing this way. We would improve. And I've seen it in glimpses. I think I've seen it in glimpses. Not enough. I'd rather he played his way with players incapable of it, but he says, look, that's how I want to play next season, but we need changes. I've not got the players. Okay, it's not your squad. You've had one transfer window and you didn't even have the full window. You had a bit of the transfer window. Granted, didn't use it to full effect by bringing in Ferguson only. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt when I have evidence. My biggest issue right now is I've got more evidence that we're going to struggle next season than I've got for evidence to suggest things will be okay. So if he produces some evidence, which is this is how I want to play, I just don't have the players, I can accept that. It doesn't mean we'll win, but I can get it. But at the minute, I just don't see an identity. I don't see a vision. But go back to the word hope. That's the key word of today's video. Hope. I don't see much of it. Reason number 4. This is the obvious one. Win games. It is that straightforward. Winning games makes people feel good. Fans feel good. Players feel good. The manager feels good. Everyone feels good when you win games. 5 games left. I consider us to have one hard game. Nottingham Forest at home. Last home game of the season. Difficult fixture. The assumption is Forest will be playing for some form of European football, and I hope it's Champions League football for their sake. But other than that, we've got Brighton, no win in 5. Tottenham, just a joke, plus Europa League. Man U, well, you've seen the team he put out against Wolves. 2 youngsters in there, Eriksen, central midfield, Bruno Fernandes on the bench. They've got European football. I don't consider that a hard game. And then last game of the season, away to Ipswich, they'll be relegated by then. Yeah, maybe shackles off kind of thing, but for us as well. When people say about relegated, already relegated, oh, pressure's off now, they can play. Well, pressure's off us. We can't get relegated. Well, we can. We won't get relegated. We can't get European football. There's no pressure. Our shackles should be off. When is our shackles coming off then, if that's the case? Because that's the line given to already relegated teams. And I think it's fair. I think it's a thing. I believe it. Why ain't we got it? So win games. That will give people hope. Even the idiot at the back got that one. Who will give people hope for next season. Because at the minute... this is me trying to be positive. We don't have the identity. We don't have accountability. We don't have much encouragement and big changes are coming in the summer. We don't have any wins. Well, we've got 3 and 14. It's not great, is it? But if come the end of the season, out of 19 games, you can get 6 out of 19. That's not too shabby, right? You can get 3 wins out of the next 5. I appreciate it feels really unrealistic saying that out loud, all things considered. And I don't think we will win 3 games. But what I'm saying is, we could. And if he wins games, we'll feel good. Number 5, play youth. Now, when I say play youth, I'm referring to 1 player. 2. 3. Ollie Scarl's already. That's not the player I was referring to. That's the 3rd player. 2nd player is Guilherme. I like him. From what I've seen, I like him. Comes on, fast, direct. Unlucky not to score. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. He didn't deserve to score against Southampton. The run was really good. The shot was a bit, let's just get it on target and hope it goes in. But I don't mind that. Flip this round. If Guilherme was from the academy, we'd be buzzing. We would. We'd be screaming out for him. Some people are screaming out for Guilherme. But imagine we had a 19-year-old from the academy of West Ham looking like that. But bloody hell, get him in the team. Come on, Potter, let's see him. Let's have a look at him. It's easy to forget he's 19 because he cost 20 million, possibly even 25 million. I think sometimes when you buy in a player for big money and they're young, you almost forget their age to some extent. I think that happens in football in general. I think sometimes you'll see players, and because they played top flight football for a couple of seasons, you forget that they're still only 21. Get Guilherme in the team. And the last players, or first player rather, was Lewis Orford, smashing it this season in the academy. And our central midfield is crap. It is terrible. There's no excuse not to play the academy player in central midfield for some of the games this season. You don't have to start all 5, but start with 2 of them. If you've already decided certain players are leaving and there's clues there, Alvarez is injured. I'm still not sure I believe that injury thing, but he's injured. Souček is getting less and less minutes, but not only that, on Saturday, when Bowen went off, Kilman got the armband, not Souček. So he's been sort of quietly demoted from being vice-captain under Graham Potter. It would suggest to me he's on his way out the door. Solar won't be here next season. I'm hoping Ward-Prowse won't be here next season. Give Orford minutes. I don't think he'll be here next season. I think he'll be out on loan somewhere and Potts will come back. But it'll give us enjoyment. It'll give us a bit of hope that Lewis Orford can make it. And I appreciate you might be thinking, Jesus, Gio, you're scraping a barrel with this video. But 2 things. One, people keep moaning that I'm being too negative, and I am. But I'm not being negative on purpose. I don't sit down and go, right, what can I whinge about today? I sit down and think, what can I speak about today? And then my honest thoughts come out. Everything I've said is true. I'm not pretending any of those 5 points I've just said. I'm not making them up that I would like to see them. That is what I'd like to see between now and the end of the season. Would it convince me Potter's the right man? Probably not. There's too much damage. But I'd feel better at the end of the season than I would now. Because I go back to my very first point in this video. He's not going anywhere. I don't think. I'm not seeing anyone suggest he is, but I don't see why he would. Because there's been an error by the club. There's been an error by the board. Which is something I want to talk about, but it's going to come across as negative. Because it's whingy, it's moany. And it is. Because, well, I don't feel good about it. I'm pissed off about it. And that's tomorrow's video. But today, hopefully, a smidge of positivity, but full of my honest thoughts. Anyway, I'm off. If you've enjoyed this video, some of you might have. I just hope the people that complain I'm being negative have enjoyed it, because if the people think I'm being too positive, they're not going to like it. And if the people think I'm too negative, they also don't like it. That means no one's liked the video. I've upset everyone then. Anyway, I'm feeling a good mood today. Not because of West Ham, because of Tart and Gio, to be honest. We did a couple of videos. It's gone all right. People from Hamish Chat's gone over. And here's the worst thing. I'm enjoying making that content more than I am talking about West Ham at the minute. That's the sad thing. Right, like the video. Thumbs up. Surfshark. Surfshark.com/Hamish Chat. Fancy a bit of VPN on your phone. 4 months free. Subscribe if you're new to this channel. And I shall catch up with you tomorrow, where I'm going to be moaning about someone on the board at West Ham whose initials may or may not be KB.